Hi everyone, welcome to ZyNerd's NEET PG 2022 information series. We'll quickly look at a few pointers for All India Mop of choice filling in this video. First thing that we would like to say is that any choice that is available in your choice list, you can be allotted any of those choices. Do not look at which category they belong to. Every category seat other than OBC can be converted to an UR seat. So you will see all choices other than OBC seats. In case you don't belong to OBC, you'll see all choices other than OBC seats in your choice list. That is not a mistake. That is because you will have to give you an option to exercise this option in case that gets converted during the process of mop-up allotment. At the beginning of Mopus allotment, all these seats will be in the same category. But during the process, before the end of the allotment, before the results are released, they may be converted to your category. So fill in any choice that is available in your MCC choice list without looking at that category in the order of preference, and fill in only those choices that you are interested in. Don't miss out a choice since it is not in the seat matrix. In case, especially PWD category seats in your choice list may be converted to the same category. Many of them get converted, including clinicals. Don't miss out any choice. Second, unlock registration option is available for candidates who have already registered, who are in the who are in the choice filling screen, basically the dashboard screen. Unlock registration option is available. Use it only for changing quota, basically adding on deemed DNB or AEQ in case you missed out AFMS, etc. Just use it for that purpose, or for in case you're an OBC candidate, by mistake you entered OBC category and you don't have a certificate, or you entered EWS category in NB exam, you don't have a certificate, only then change your category to general. But also note that if you are between 15 and 20 percentile, 25 percentile, that is between 169 marks and 201 marks, and you don't have an OBC certificate or AWS certificate and end up changing category to general, you are not eligible for any seats. Note that point. So all those candidates who are above 25 percentile, in case you don't have OBC or EWS certificates, you will have an issue when you end up being allotted an OBC or EWS seat. So you can change your category to general now, so that only general seats are allotted for you. For no other reason, use unlock registration. There is no necessity to unlock registration. NRI candidates, the NRI list you would have already registered under deemed. You will be seeing management quota seats now. In case after the NRI list is released by MCC, the MCC themselves will add on NRI choices to your choice list. You don't need to do anything for that. Don't use unlock registration for NRI eligibility. Unlock is not for NRI eligibility. Third, same choices will be carried forward to the stray round. So fill in choices very clearly. Taking an example, a clear example of what happens with many candidates every year. On, let us say, on the date of 9th, the allotment list is published by MCC as per current schedule. On 9th, they look at their allotment and see that they are not interested in that allotment, somehow decide to skip that allotment. But at the end of the stray vacancy round, they see that some of their choices were available in the stray round. Only if basically they realize their mistake of putting in a choice which they did not end up joining. They would realize that if they had not put in a choice which they did not end up joining, they would have been eligible for stray round and their other choices would have been processed, and they would have got a far better choice in stray round. One out of 10 candidates at least may get a far better choice in stray round. Don't miss that lucky option or the random option. Whether or not it is lucky or random or follows a trend, doesn't matter. But don't miss an option. Anyways, the choice filling ends on 5th, and within 3-4 days, you're going to make a choice. Fill in choices that you're for sure going to join. That will help you in eligibility for stray round and further rounds. Very importantly, some states may bring up this policy of all India mop-up candidates, allotted candidates not being eligible for their state rounds. This happened last year. This year, candidates are taking this up again. The clause is very clear: ineligible for further rounds if allotted in All India Mop. If this is taken up legally, you lose your entire option out of this admission session. You'll have to look at the next admission session. So, kind suggestion: fill in choices that you will join in your in mop up round for your benefit, at least. So, and second, next option is any seat in the choice list. Any seat in the choice list can be filled in any order. There is nothing like first DNB seats, first MNG seats, first NRI seats, etc. So you can fill in any seat in any order of preference. Don't go by the closing ranks. Don't go by preferences of others. It need not necessarily be closing ranks. In case there is a seat which ended up 5,000 ranks above you, there is no disadvantage. If it is your first preference, put it as your first preference, even though you think you won't get it. There is no disadvantage if it is your first preference. Put it as your first preference. System will automatically see your first preference, and if there is no seat in that, it will come to your second preference. And only after all your preferences are checked, your next ranker's preferences will be checked. No, your next ranker putting in a seat at a higher position and you putting in some seat at a lower position will not end up at a disadvantage for you. Only if you don't get a seat, the next ranker will get that particular seat. Only if you get a better seat, a lower preferred seat will go to a next ranker. So be very clear about your preference orders. Forget about others' preference orders. Fill in your preference orders as per your clear choice. And if you don't join an allotted seat in mop-up, you will lose stray round eligibility. Again, we are emphasizing it here. So basically, ensure that you fill in choices for your mop-up round that you wish to join. Not only stray eligibility, state eligibility too. Candidates can take it up based on the ineligibility matrix. Candidates can take it up with states, and states can decide on the go. And within 3-4 days, everything will be over. You may not have any options to, and candidates may have taken it up legally even beforehand. And if the courts interpret the PGMed regulations, you would have read this. Last year, exactly the same thing happened for state R2. So it is always better to be cautious and take right decisions, uh, assuming the worst case. And All India Mop-up, we have a separate video on how conversion works. Have a look at that video. We have explained in detail on how conversion works, and we have also clearly explained that at the beginning, the seat matrix will have all the seats in that particular categories, and only during the process of allotment in multiple cycles, the conversion happens from first ranker to last ranker. After being, there are multiple iterations of allotment from rank 1 till the last rank before the final allotment is published. Have a look at that video as well. We'll share another video on how ZyNerd would help you with information. ZyNerd has if you're undecided, if you have a lot of confusion on fees, type and bond, etc., ZyNerd has complete information. Have a look at that. Thanks a lot for watching.